Alan Schimmel, DevOps.com, here at the DevOps Enterprise Summit, and I'm with Pauly Comtois of Hearst.
That's right.
Who's just coming off the off of his session, where he spoke about how he is using DevOps and DevOps tools and principles and culture across 15 different divisions of Hearst.
That's right. That's right.
That's a real success story. Pauly, would you like to share it with our
Certainly. Essentially, we had a lot of business units adopting DevOps principles and doing so very successfully, due really solely to the folks at the business unit, really driven, intelligent, intellectual folks. And I realized that we weren't sharing those pockets of success between the business units themselves. And I saw an opportunity for us really to take that and build a broad community that brought all of those business units together. Not just to leverage talent and Slack, which was part of it, but also just to share the experiences and to really create a fellowship that would support one another in the journey, which can be quite difficult at times, especially when you're starting out. It's a blank canvas, it's a very large blank canvas, and you don't know where to put the first pen stroke down. And having someone else who's kind of been there and within the business unit family makes it feel very close to home.
Absolutely. And what about how has what you've learned here at the Enterprise Summit kind of affect your worldview towards what you guys are doing specifically at Hearst?
I think the biggest impact for me has been really around the fact that there are a lot of companies that are very large, very entrenched, in some cases very old, over 100 years old in some cases, that are facing sort of the bureaucracy of the change. Everyone gets on board and believes, and everyone is excited and they run towards the light. But then they kind of hit this glass wall that they don't see at first, which is the bureaucracy of the change. And I think that really comes down to the rest of the organization not keeping pace with the technical staff, right? So they're very leading edge. They're very excited about these changes and what's possible. And then you have finance and product owners and marketing and the other leadership in the business that are somewhat laggards in the methodology.
Got it.
And so learning how other companies and cultures are dealing with that and how we can find ways to bring them into the community. So we see it as one large community, not just the tech community, but everyone within the organization has been a huge gain for me here.
Excellent. Were you here at last year's summit?
I was not. Actually, I was traveling at the time overseas, and so I missed it. So
planning on coming to next year?
Oh, absolutely, for sure. Hopefully I'll get to come back and talk again and continue to share the journey. And
that would be fantastic.
Yeah,
We'd
it's
love to
really
hear
great.
about it. Very good. Pauly Comtois. Did I mess that up?
No, perfect.
Wow, good for me.
Yeah, amazing.
And from Hearst, thank you for speaking here at DevOps Enterprise
Thank you.
Summit. On behalf of IT Revolution Electric Cloud, DevOps.com, thanks for coming in and chatting with us today.
Thank you very much. I
Enjoy the
appreciate your
rest
time.
of the summit.
Thank you.
Alan Schimmel for DevOps.com.